Hey everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to do something a little different. We're stepping away from the usual earthly stuff and taking a journey that's, well, cosmic. We're diving headfirst into this really powerful parable about a kingdom in decay, a jester who speaks the truth, and a conversation with something way, way older than time itself.
And this is the question, right? This is what the whole story hinges on. It's not about the day-to-day, it's about the nature of who we are. I mean, what could a silent, ancient star, just burning up there in the void, possibly have to tell us about the human soul? Well, let's meet the guy who was bold enough to ask.
So our main character is this figure called the Uncanny Jester. But, he didn't start out as this big, profound force. He was just a man using jokes and mockery to kind of hide the emptiness he felt inside. But now, in this kingdom that is just rotting from the inside out, he serves a much deeper and much more dangerous purpose. Okay, so the philosophy here is it's fantastic. The whole idea is that a society, a self, can only really understand what it is by creating something that it is not. And the jester, he is that not self in the flesh. He embodies everything the kingdom tries to pretend it isn't. Chaos, raw truth, and it makes them deeply, deeply uncomfortable. He's the mirror they absolutely need, but can't stand to look at. And his main tool for this is what's called the uncanny. Now, this is not just about telling jokes. It's about taking something everyone knows, like a fancy dinner party or a somber funeral, and just twisting it slightly, just enough to reveal the lie, the performance happening just beneath the surface. He makes the familiar feel strange, and in that strange feeling, the kingdom is forced to really see itself, maybe for the very first time. So when the king asks the jester how he managed to get into the court, his reply is just devastating. He says he didn't bring any darkness with him. No, he was simply guided by the light of the kingdom's own decay. You see? He's a symptom, not the disease. Okay, so after this deep dive into the kingdom's failures, the jester's journey changes direction. He goes up. He climbs to the very highest point of the cathedral to talk with a consciousness that's so much older, so much bigger than any king, a great star. But how does a star even speak? Well, the star's voice isn't simple. It has layers, like different registers. Its main speaking voice is described as this deep, cool blue. It's vast, it's ancient, and it is totally impartial. It doesn't think in human terms like good and evil or judgment and mercy. It just is. Then you have its interior voice. This one's shown as near black. This is the very core of its being, a consciousness so alien, so profound that it almost can't be put into our words or our thoughts. It's that silent, burning mystery right at the center of it all. And finally, there's the voice of its memory, a kind of middle register gray. This is the voice it uses to talk to the jester, just recounting what its light has fallen on over countless ages. It's the voice of pure testimony, of just bearing witness. And that's the voice we're about to hear. Now, this distinction is so important. The star's light shines on someone's prayer being answered and someone else's prayer being denied in the exact same moment. We might look at that and call it indifference, but the story says no, it's something much more fundamental. It's a state of being that existed before we ever came up with categories like caring or not caring. Its light is just unconditional. So with this ancient, totally impartial perspective, what does the star actually have to say about the human soul? Because it's free from all our moralizing and judgment, it gives this stunningly clear observation of two basic types of souls it's seen over and over. The star's definition of a noble soul is so profound. It isn't some grand hero slaying dragons. No, the noble soul, shown here in this forest green, is simply someone for whom goodness, even when nobody is watching, is as natural as breathing. It's just their default setting. And on the other side, the ignoble soul, in this amber brown, isn't some cartoon villain. It's actually more tragic. It's a soul that knows what the right thing is, feels that little pang of discomfort from not doing it, and still chooses to turn away, usually in a series of small, survivable, reasonable choices. And that discomfort? It has a name, the ember. The star reveals that even inside the ignoble soul, there is this tiny, inextinguishable spark of light that was given at birth. That feeling of discomfort they get when they make a wrong choice is actually the proof that the light is still in there, still burning, just waiting. And this brings us right to the climax of their conversation.
The jester, after hearing everything the star has to say, finally understands his own role in this whole cosmic play. His true purpose is revealed, and it's not what you think. He's not the source of truth. He's something much more specific.
Wow. I mean, what an incredible line. The jester is not the mirror's light, but the angle at which it falls. He isn't the star. He's not the source of illumination. He is the geometry of revelation. He is the very specific angle that allows that unconditional light to hit the places that have built walls to keep it out.
Think about it. The star's light shines on everything, but some souls, they build defenses, right? They hide in the shadows behind these curtains of self-deception. The jester, with his strange, uncanny approach, is the one who can bend that light around the corners. He can illuminate those hidden rooms that would never, ever let the truth in through the front door. So, as their conversation comes to an end, the star offers its final piece of wisdom. It talks about purpose, and it names the one unconditional gift that it gives to every single thing in existence, noble and ignoble alike. So the jester has this companion, a stone gargoyle, who asks what happens to us when our work is done. And the star's answer is just beautiful. It says, we don't just end, we become the ground. We become the foundation, the memory that the next person stands on to begin their work. See, purpose isn't some final destination, it's about becoming the stage for whatever comes next.
And here it is, the ultimate gift. What does the universe give us? It's not a promise of happiness. It's not a pre-written meaning for our lives. The gift is simply the fact of our existence. The irreversible, undeniable reality that you are here, that you are aware, that you are burning with consciousness. That's it. And that connects everything right back to the beginning. That fact of its burning is the ember inside every single one of us. It was given to us with our very first breath. It can never be put out. It's just there, waiting for us to turn our attention towards it. So the parable leaves us with this final thought. The light of existence shines on everything, without judgment. That little spark of awareness inside you can never be extinguished. The only real choice we have then is where we place our attention. So, what will you choose to attend to?